I have come from afar to join your crew, Eivor.
Join me. Together we'll force open the doors of the All-Father's Hall.
Eivor, back again! I've heard you're scared of flighting. Is that true?
Let me show you. Here's the silver. Now begin.
To all those whom I speak...
Then you're speaking to...
Well... They say you're a coward.
And they're sorely...
Interesting. Silent.
Who said this about me? I'll kill them outright.
That one could use some work. Well, what a surprise!
Do not believe everything.
Take the coin, and know that only praise will henceforth cross my lips.
What do you see, Sunan?
They rushed in like wolves, killing and burning as they went.
It...
Let's see you, old friend.
Us! Your folk destroyed this country!
I built myself a home here. Rued's clan attacked us as well.
Oh, how nice to have a home to speak of, man. Mine was burnt to the ground years ago. And by whom, I wonder?
Please, all of you, be we Dane or Saxon, we all want the same peace. With land to till and home to keep. Without fear of Rued's violence.
Till they break the peace with another bleeding raid.
Nonsense. Their homes are here now. Same as ours, our futures run together, not apart.
So what are these Danes attacking us, eh? What will you do about them?
When I am king... when I am your king, I'll set things right.
You will be king when I'm a flying troll.
You handled that well. Disputes between Saxon and Dane don't always end so cleanly.
That was a clean result.
A dispute ending without bloodshed is as clean as they come.
Quite a brutal outlook.
I'm Eivor of the Raven clan. Are you Oswald?
I am. You're not here to kill me, are you?
I'm not in the habit of killing kings, but I do like meeting them.
I am Oswald, yes. For as long as I can hold out.
So what happened here, Oswald?
A clan, led by a Dane called Rued, attacked this morning. They've been sacking farms and hamlets across East Anglia for some time now, growing more brazen by the day.
Do they know this is Halfdan's land?
They must. They just don't care.
Their chaos has touched my home as well, and I'm here to see that it doesn't happen again. Lately, I've come to learn that you are the hook that all hopes hang upon. As king, you could unite all the Saxons and friendly Danes.
A minor weight to bear, isn't it?
Who else, if not a king, should bear it?
Travel with me, Eivor. We can discuss my tenuous future on the road home.
What begs your attention in Elmenham?
Wedding preparations. Elmam is on guard as we ready my marriage to the Dane woman Valdis. She's a cousin of Halfdan's.
Good. A well-matched marriage can forge a strong alliance. So what's the holdup?
No, hold up. I don't yet have permission to marry Valdis. Her brothers don't approve of me. Slow down. Something is not quite right here. Smoke in the distance. A Beatley.
They were raiders. Probably Ruids. They killed everyone, and I returned the favor.
God rest their poor souls. We must do something about this. I'm needed at home to make yet another fruitless attempt to impress my betrothed family over dinner. Would you join me, Eivor? A formality before I'm crowned king. It would give us a...
Of course. Name the place.
I'll see you in Elmham. Until then, I must warn the other hamlets of this danger.
You will. The situation in East Anglia is worse than I feared. It's worse here than I feared. The guards here are vigilant. A healthy-seeming town. This Oswald has done well for himself.
Look there. A lone Dane. Can't trust that.
Shh. Be kind, yeah? As Christ would command.
Oswald! Where's this dinner you promised me?
Eivor! You came! Dinner will still be served, but I'm afraid you were too early.
What does one do to pass time in a place like this?
Have a walk by the countryside to work up an appetite. Travelers sometimes leave offerings at Cuth's Stone. A beautiful altar in the woods just east of here.
I will have a look around. Thank you.
Där se stuntet vola huggerta till challate he challernian. Drick. His bärn skall det bringa.
Halvvägs skulle
Ik habe gillen.
Show me. Yeah! Aid me. Be my eyes.
What's happening? Please, help me!
Hold! Hey, what? You die!
Help! This way! Help!
Just in case.
God help me! Please!
Hey! Off like a troll in the night! Almost over now! Die, you need me!
Fucking owed you, coward!
Let's see.
Wait a sec.
Help me! Please, help me! Here! Help!
You done me a good turn.
Wartet!
Lords, ladies, this is a day of peace and fraternity. I asked you here to Elmenham to offer my thanks and extend my generosity. Finir, our steward, to our guests of honor, Brothir and Broder, and to my lovely bride-to-be, Valdis.
You get to plow our sister because Halfdan commands it. But you won't drag us into bed with you hear?
Broder,
the last Saxon king we backed wasn't half as mushy as you, and we lost 150 men protecting his maggoty arse.
Brodir.
If you're going to be rude, then I must ask you to leave. This is my home. I won't be insulted here.
Is that why you've come? To back this Thane who smells of goat shit and sheep pebbles?
I'm sorry, did you say something?
Do I bore you, wolf-kissed?
I'm here to protect my clan. If that means helping your king secure his throne, well, so be it.
You'd be safer crowning the throne. It's made of less wood than, this one.
It'd all be safer if you had the stones to stand up to Rued's clan. Between the pair of you, I can't see a single nugget.
You watch your tongue, wolf-kissed, or you'll find it freed of your face!
So easily wounded by words. Imagine the ruin my axe would inflict on your flaccid ego.
My flaccid what?
Please stop this!
You heard me.
That's it!
She called us flaccid!
Limp, weak, soft.
Ridiculous! Absurd!
This is no way to ensure our victory.
Reminds of home! Those bygone days. To be so full of vigor again.
This is not how we settle disputes in East Anglia.
Brother, stop this or I'll have both your asses.
Calm yourselves!
That's enough fun for tonight.
About the challenge I'd expect from a friend of Oswald. You are weak, sheep herder. Your Norse friend here can't change that. We are better off without a king.
Well, that's me done.
I think I prefer dream nonsense to these alehouse brawls.
What a waste of time and good mead. These brothers will never back me.
This dance is just...
And will I see?
I will find a place to lay my head.
And Eivor, if you can help me right this situation...
Seems Oswald has set out for the day. I should have a word with him.
In the longhouse and wake my brothers. You can find Eivor. Good.
What do you see?
Eivor, good to see you. On Marivera.
Ah, good morning. Up bright and early.
You can labor like a thrall, but you're no good with feasts. Not a good start for a king.
No, indeed. I find a solitary comfort in my menial labors. Not something a king should admit to, I suppose.
The brothers shamed you at dinner. It's your duty to answer their insults. Don't let the matter lay unresolved.
Oh, it was a petty row with henhouse wolves. I'd sooner answer the moo of a cow than worry about their insults. I have a wedding to plan and a kingdom to save. I haven't time to suffer fools.
They betrayed your hospitality, Oswald.
Well. Here's the mud-soaked Saxon who's been taxing my patience.
Steward Finnair. I know I failed to impress at dinner yesterday eve, but fear not, the Danes will come around in time.
You stake claim to the throne, you dazed dog with yelling. Finner, my drenger, stick this cur in the ground.
All mewling and spitting. Here's Finnear the hound. He has bark, but no bite. Just a puppy I've found.
What just happened?
That is flighting, Oswald. Using rhyme and rhythm to lay a man flat. Try it. Match his verse.
There's no man you can lead, you dunce of the thirds.
A glutton you are. Just stop eating your words.
Not bad. Not bad.
He's got the wit of a boar, so when he insults you, make him feel stupid.
When I'm done with you, cur, you'll be raven flock food.
But your brain's soaked in mead and your...
Head's made of wood.
Wood! Head's made of wood!
He's an ugly puss, so when he brags, hit him back with something about his looks.
I hail from the north, where the winters are season.
But you're foul. You're a blister. You're a...
Plague-ridden lesion.
Oh, yes, that's very good. Plague-ridden lesion.
Under all that tough posturing is a sniveling boy, so dig deep. When he brags, take a jab at his manhood.
I've sailed squalls and...
But the winds that you sail
Blow between both your knees.
blow between both your... Oh, you mean farting?
Oswald, my boy, you're useless without your rape. This one's wrong for the throne. He's too soft and too tame.
Hit him back and make it personal. Attack his mother.
When you crawled from the womb, you were ugly and lame.
Well spoken. Before sword clash...
You have a talent for verse, I'll give you that.
Let's find out, Finnear. I challenge you.
You don't mean that, or...
As a fight to set...
A fight to the...
Let's talk it out, then.
Too late. The challenge has been made. But a fight against Finnear wouldn't be...
Hold on, this is...
That said, I shouldn't be seen killing a Saxon in the streets of Elmenham.
There's a nice islet downriver, near Seahenge. Water will wash the blood clean away.
Prepare the square, and we'll meet you there. I hope you're ready.
I have to be. Just give me a moment.
Do not make us wait long.
Learn how to ride, Dongling.
I have come upon these ancient timbers, tarred for preservation, to mark my sacred symbol and pinpoint the source of their power. As I pray...
You made it. Done.
You've still got the touch for drawing a square.
I've been in East Anglia many summers now, but I'll always be a Dane.
Must we do this, Eivor?
Strength and courage are always a boon, Oswald. You'll need both if you want the Danes to accept you as king.
True strength comes from resolve, Eivor. It speaks to us, a stern voice from within.
I've never heard of talking guts, but a swift axe would silence that inner voice in seconds. You must be prepared.
Wait, you're unarmed?
Just do your best, I'll be fine. We'll forge a king out of you yet. Don't hold back.
You want me to fight?
You felt that one?
I'm still here. I'll do what I need to do.
Hard to believe this one will marry Valdis, don't you think?
It's a fight you seek.
You expect the Danes to follow this pork belly?
I'm still breathing, aren't I?
Show me what you can do, Saxon.
I'll battle you.
Come now! Inspire us, king! You'll never be king at this rate. Is this the best East Anglia has to offer?
Yes, and I'll prove it!
Come on, fight!
I'll do what I need to do.
Finish this, Eivor! It pains me to watch!
Oh, was that too hard?
It was a good strike. Keep going.
Eivor is the victor. But you've shown us something, Oswald.
Stay down, Oswald. That's enough.
I will not stay down!
You fought bravely. Not with great skill, but with spirit and courage. Always push back with everything you have, even if you have to get dirty, even if you must break the rules. Because there are no rules. Not if you answer a challenge head on. That's where honor lies.
Not winning the fight, but living through it.
A seaside brawl won't change the brothers' minds. Oswald must show results. Redress old wrongs. Fight back against Rued and his men.
The raiders who attacked
That would go a long way to building you up. And if you brought gifts for the brothers, spoils from the raid, they'd be in your debt.
Time to wet your blade, Oswald.
Eivor, I expect your longship crew could help with this attack.
Run up the sail! Sing us a song.
Dark is the shadow thrown.
Sail! Catch the wind! Save it for later.
No one has been willing to take a stand against Rued's clan before. We're a kingdom of farmers and merchants.
Even farmers and merchants can fight and let...
Your faith in pig farmers is not misplaced, Eivor.
There is work to do, yes, but we will rise to meet Rued's clan. God will make certain of it.
Fortifications there, Eivor.
Already dead.
Let's build some guns!
Sacrifice to the hand god!
None alive.
Neither will we.
What's my lead?
No, you're fine!
There may be danger. Keep an eye out.
If I see any, I'll let you know. You fight well, Oswald! Does the threat of death drive your blade? You fight well, Oswald. Does the threat of death drive... You fight well, Oswald. Does the threat of death drive your blade further?
You have my gratitude, friend.
Bless you, by God.
Now to kill any stragglers.
What I was saying.
You fight well, Oswald. Does the threat of death drive your blade further? Whatever compels you, hang on to it. Thunin, guide me.
You lose now.
I have not tasted battle.
Over here!
That'll do nicely.
Find something?
There's a crate of hack silver here. More than enough to make everyone happy.
We'll take it to the ship.
A hard-won fight.
The first of many, Oswald. Have you the will to keep it up?
This is my gift to the brothers. I have more than enough wealth in Elmham to widen their eyes, but this will be a symbol of my commitment to our fight.
It's a good start. Take what riches you find to Norwich, then send for the brothers. I'll meet you there. can't raise the sail here.
Let the sail out!
Stretch your wings, Suna.
Strike up a tune. Drop the mast! Raise the mast! More sail!
Sailing here is not possible.
Have a look, Sunan.
We cannot raise the sail here.
Sigel
down. Nieder.
Mast up! Bring the mast down!
Are you feeling all right? What do you think you're doing?
Trophy from our slain enemy. What more do you want?
Who said we wanted anything? No battle-dented Dane would ever follow this lump of lord into battle. I don't care how many shields he brings me.
You mean to say you refuse my gifts, broder?
I don't have time for this.
It's a generous offering, brother. You'd be a fool to turn your back.
Refuse this and your shame will stain the name of your sons and their sons beyond.
Stay out of this, wolf-kissed. Take the gift. We have bigger problems.
One of Rued's men.
Aye. Sniffing around the outer walls, looking for an easy way to slip a few dozen men inside.
If there's one scout, there will be more. Something you might have learned if you kept him alive.
I was passing water when he surprised me. It was either him or my plow sword.
Valdis is right. There will be others.
If I had seen any more, I would have killed them too.
Where did you find this one?
Just outside the Northwich walls, by the water's edge.
They will be looking for points of entry to sneak a herd of raiders through.
Jesus. Find another scout. We'll question him.
I'll look around. The rest of you stay here and out of sight. If I find anyone suspicious, I'll bring him here. Rued scouts would be camped near their boats outside the city walls. One of them will talk. Go, Sunan. Cast about this land, my friend. There. Looks like one of Rued's men.
Trollshaker! Wait! What are you doing? I'm just a pig farmer.
You are awfully well armed for a pig farmer. Stay down, muckworm. I have some friends who'd like to speak with you.
Put me down! I tell you, I'm a cow farmer. Let me go, Dane.
You said you were a pig farmer just moments ago.
It is not beyond reason. I tend to many livestock.
You are as Dane as I am. Save your breath, liar.
Did Rued send you too? Speak now, and you may live to see tomorrow.
Arger swine.
I won't make you any friends here.
A scolding like that is a mortal offense, boy. I killed the bastard. Don't give—
I'll ask once more. Why were you lurking around Norwich's walls?
I came to pay my respects.
Tell him why you're here, and you may walk free with your head on your...
Lick my tonguehole.
Here's the tongue I use for licking. How does it feel against your ass?
When the braziers lit at Dunwich, Rued and his men will rally. They mean to attack Northwich by its weakest wall. You English Danes are soft as butter now. Rued sends his blessing, lady. He'll see you again very soon.
You've served your purpose. Time to die.
You promised he'd go free.
He insulted you before everyone gathered here. Don't ever let that go unanswered.
I will not have blood spilt needlessly in my kingdom. This has to end.
Alive, this man was a risk.
Valdis, this man spoke as if he knew you.
Rued was my husband.
Your husband?
See him here, and I never wanted to.
East Anglia's. I must speak with him myself. Man.
Right. Rued will eat your lungs first.
If I'm to be a worthy king, I must meet the man.
You sure you want to do this?
It's the only way. We must...
Come, Oswald.
And of course I will see the lot of you there as well. I'm sure you're heading to Dunwich any moment.
You don't speak for us, steward.
Need I remind you wags what Halfdan will do with us if East Anglia falls into Rued's hands?
vulvuma feide were
Jolla! Shall it be beaten?
What's war, Tola?
Where Magon?
A good traveler. What seek you? Perhaps I can help. There is the matter of my fee.
Yes, all right.
Right. Let me show you something. On your map.
They will attack on sight here.
Hey!
No!
Target practice. Nail the idiot.
There's good plunder here, but I'll need help. Rich pickings. Better bring the crew.
We feed the raven this day! I'll split you! me strength!
Stretch your wings, Sunan.
Your end is right here! Die!
Well then, take this sword!
You're mine!
Good hold. Let's go. Here!
Hey! Cut it out! What's got into you?
Forgive not these men their trespasses. Send them instead to the same hell they brought upon our land. This is not your place, heathen. Leave before you draw the wrath of our...
Did you kill these men?
These defilers killed themselves by despoiling this sacred ground. God told me the full tale. Then he told me to chastise them. And he has told me much.
Stand down, Saxon. I mean you no harm.
Snuff you out! May God strike you down!
Tell me again. What did your god say about me?
My God names you the Crow-Eyed Devil. And he sends out his angels to find you and to kill you. And then they will fling you into the pits.
Sunan, guide me. King shouldn't be seen here. A hood should work.
Itaque motorumque Christi fidelium explentes, qui sinistra tristis terra atque, flee on!
Lots of plunder here.
Come, my wolves! Won't take long. Ready, bound! Curse your luck! Not
see what they need.
Good geld, yeah.
Why, oh, die! I'll have to try that myself.
Hey, come here! Go, my eyes.
Your time's up, Kerr!
Give me a hand!
Go to split you!
Give me a hand with this. Sure! Have a look, Sunan.
Seer, please. We'll die without blood meat.
What troubles you, friend? Why won't the seer answer your call?
I know not.
The door is locked. Nobody's stirring within. Better look around. Blood leading away from the house. Something's amiss. Show me. Dunwich. Rued's men tore through it.
Eivor, you made it. Dunwich.
It is time to light the brazier.
I'll light it. You do the talking.
Brother Valdis and I will scout the dock. Make sure there are no surprises.
Oswald and I will hold here until the brazier is lit.
The front gate is heavily guarded. You'll not be walking in.
I'll find my own way.
We'll be watching you back.
Dunwich. Now to clear out Rued's men and light that brazier. I need your eyes, my friend.
Hurry now till the scouts return. I want to be out there.
I should not be seen in this area.
If I know Björngeld, he'll be drunk and sober 6 times before he's back.
Odin take you!
Wait! Meet your fate. Come on then! Glory to the victor!
Thank you, friend. Oh, bless you.
See you, old friend.
Hey now! Stop you!
This way! Help!
You die!
Help! Help!
Thor grant me strength!
Show me what lies ahead.
My God, help me! Please!
That's the last of them. Once the brazier is lit, the rest of Rued's men should arrive.
Odin gives me a bargain. A few dead men at my feet in exchange for a ripe East Anglia, and my wife returned. What a day! You. I don't know you.
I am Eivor of the Raven clan, the clan your men attacked before I fed them to the crows.
Who called for me? Was it you, Valdis, my love?
Why would I call you now, after 5 happy years away from your stinking balls?
I called you, Rued.
You? Oswald, the hopeful king of East Anglia?
And Valdis's husband-to-be. Take your men and go.
Must I set sail for Denmark with nothing to show?
You'll have my weight in silver. And an abundance of...
I've taken 10 times. I'll make you an offer, Pigfoot. A home gang, just you and me.
I accept. I accept. A fight to the death.
East Anglia's the prize. The hazel is laid! The square is made.
When you see a chance, lead Valdis and the brothers to safety. They must not fight today. East Anglia needs them.
Let me be your champion.
No. He called on me.
Whenever you're ready, King of Sheep Shit!
I'm ready!
Another Saxon king has bent the knee. Call me king before I got you. Fighting dirty, are you? King Rued commands you to die!
Oswald!
Call me king!
Go! Now!
Run for the bridge!
Go! Go! Go!
Move!
No, you're running!
They're breaking off.
They've given up for now.
Let's put some distance between us. We can rest a moment.
By Thor, he fought well. Raging like a bonfire.
We should go back.
Rued's men will press the advantage. We must be ready when they attack.
We'll go to Norwich. Meet me there when you can.
He died a hero, there's no doubt. If his god won't take...
Ergi scum!
No! Ilmenham will not recover. None of us will.
You're finished.
Cast about this land, my friend.
that's all I have for now. Find me later.
I'll take on all comers!
Oh?
What can I tempt you with? You like that? It could be yours. You wouldn't regret getting this. I can always use more of that. This could come in better. Leaving already? Shame.
I must take my leave.
Hello there.
I'm off. Be well.
It's just your style. Unbelievable. You managed to look even better than before. This would look very fetching. I hope to see you again soon.
I have to go. See you soon.
Heerde dat ze moeilijk from Roomberry.
world is dead. We mourn the loss.
Another king lost, Eivor.
Stop washing your face with mead.
How can I face Halfdan Jarl now? I've failed him again.
We can take the battle to what remains of Rued's clan, before they hit back.
Easier said than done. His men are holed up in Borg Castle, a fortress on the sea.
On the sea? Then it must have a harbor.
It does. Guarded by a gate of hefty iron, held in place by timber spikes, difficult to force open.
Timber burns.
It does, but how do we reach it?
We rig your ship with oil at her front, and sail it ablaze at the gate.
They would see us coming, long before we reached the walls.
We raise a Fyrd, an army of East Anglia's farmers. Throw them at the front gate as a distraction.
Saxons willing to die for a bunch of Danes? It's a stretch.
It can work, Finir. If they fight in Oswald's name, that is all the courage they will need. You there! Did you hear of Thane Oswald's fate?
Aye, we did. He dragged Rued to the bowels of Elba, Dane devil.
Rued may be gone, but his clan still plagues East Anglia. And would you join us to rid your kingdom of his dogs?
For Oswald? Aye, anything.
2 eager Saxons is not yet defeated. But you may be right. We may have a chance.
I can ride to Elmenham and muster what remains of Oswald's men there. But who else would join us?
The Reeve of Thaethford, Winston. He's a bitter old barnacle, but he would fight to the death for this land.
We can assemble a forward camp at the ruins north of Burr Castle.
Ride with me, Finir. Let's pay this Reeve a visit.
With any hope, Theodort remains untouched by Rued's violence.
Hope is a scarce word in this kingdom.
Maybe so, but I would rather hold on to something, anything, than ride with empty hands.
Raise your mugs to Oswald tonight at the Spanking Pig. That is what the man would have wanted.
If Rued's clan continues to roam this kingdom unchecked, the people of East Anglia will be as ravaged as these lands.
And where do we find ourselves? Riding into defense to beg a horde of frightened farmers for aid.
To fight for a king that you gave them, Finir. Remember that.
It was my task to find them a king, not protect that king against every danger that might befall him.
Oswald wasn't crowned yet, nor was he married. I say you have some work yet to do.
Right, right. No need to remind me how far I fell short.
Watch your back. Rued's clan may still be nearby.
Theodort, just ahead.
Wood smoke and ash. Rued's men have been here.
Eat, my child. So no time's to waste what the Lord has given us.
What about you?
Everything is gone, Reeve. Everything.
Come, my friend, we will... You have a will of iron coming here, knowing your kind did all this.
Rued's clan is your enemy, not me. I come on behalf of the late Oswald of Elmenham.
You're still a Dane from top to two. It's your meddling that led to Oswald's death, leaving our kingdom for the worse.
Oswald died defending East Anglia, defending you. Will you not do the same?
What? Die in defense of a lost cause? I have problems of my own.
East Anglia will fall if Rued's clan is not defeated. Fight with me to drive them off, for Oswald and your kinsmen.
Pretty words, Dane, but the men of Theodort have their own battles to fight.
If you need an axe, I'm standing right here.
There's a village to the east, Kingsbury. It was taken by Rued's men a fortnight ago, and I'll not rest until it's back in our hands.
Let me and my raiders take the village.
A bold offer. If you do as you promise, the pikes at Theavard will be yours.
I will take this news to our forward camp, Eivor.
I will see you there.
Kingsbury's shirt.
I ain't got the strength no more.
Ikke det mannen nattpå.
I should be cautious around here. What do you see, Sunan?
For my brother! Die! For my brother! Die!
This place is heavily timed to sound the horn and signal victory. go, Sunan. The Reeve has come to join me. Let's hope his promise holds.
The horn! It's been so long since I've heard that sweet sound!
Praise be!
Hail, Dane!
I held to my oath, Reeve. I hope you will honor yours.
My promise holds, aye. Eivor will join you in the fight against Rued's clan.
With your aid, we may yet save East Anglia.
In past time.
Good. Whatever willing... Eivor has answered the call. I should join Finny at our forward camp. That horn came from Elmenham. Baldist must have got to them. The brothers' fleet, gathered and ready.
Can we really do this?
Keep it under control!
Put my longship to use again. I was tired of it gathering dust.
Our ships are sturdy, but Berg's walls are sturdier.
Eivor! Word of your actions in Eivor has spread. Men are pouring in from across East Anglia, and our ships stand ready.
The Edward's Reeve is with us. His men will be here soon.
More than his. The Kingsbury Horn has inspired men all across this kingdom. We will have the army we need. It seems Oswald got what he wanted in the end. Saxon and Dane united in common cause.
A pity he is not here to see it.
The forces will be ready soon. Are you ready to start the assault?
I am.
Our target is Burg Castle.
Good. Let them have their fault.
By cover of night, Baldus will lead the that with Rued's men distracted, our forces move on the sea gate from the backwaters at their backs.
And once we're in, we'll leave no gate closed in that castle. Rued's men cannot be allowed to dig in further. Your longship, is she ready?
She awaits her own special glory. They need your words, Eivor.
Oswald was a man who didn't hesitate when you sought him for favors. A man who was fair and strong. A man who gave his life for his kingdom. Honor him today. Honor his memory, and fight with the same extra courage he showed!
For Oswald!
For Oswald! Now is the time. Today we rid East Anglia of Rued's clan, once and for all.
Eivor! You remember the dream I spoke of?
You sailed through Helheim on a ship of fire.
Here, it may come to pass.
Dreams, life, maybe they are one and the same. Tonight I ride the flaming sea steed, rushing for the spear den, a watcher alight on water's wake. Another glory I will keep. Ready yourselves. Rued's shit stains will see us coming. Steady! Hold course!
Ready yourselves to brace, men! We bring Helheim to our enemies! How nice! They greet us with some of their own from the air! Arrows! Brace! Odin's helm! Our sword maidens take them swiftly. Keep your shield arms limber! Honor yourselves, men!
Steady your hands! Hold for impact! Hold! Now! We need to open these gates! Charge!
Put that glorious man to use! Prepare to cut them down! This is for Oswald! Die, my blaze!
Won't survive, fool!
With me! For all men!
each other's...
Just watch! In step with me!
She's acting up!
I could break the gate from behind.
Shit! Shit! Come on!
Get that ram to the gate and push! And keep pushing! East Anglia depends on it!
Our battle plan has legs! Keep the pressure!
You bleeding dunghill!
Watch my back!
Now you bleed! I need help with this gate! Let's hit them hard!
Bending! Keep at it!
Oswald. He lives.
Oswald lives! Eivor, was that you? Shut your ass, twig spine.
Stand fast! This will be over soon!
Worry not for me! You must stop! Silence, fool! So this is what it comes to, Wolfkist? 2 Danes fighting over a filthy Saxon whoreson? If this swine is your prize, come and get him!
Take
This will reward us!
That will cost you. Go meet your god.
The Saxon lover comes to fight.
A miserable clan you lead, Ruin.
Yes, and one that has bled this country dry for 2 summers. You are finished here, Ruin!
Your battle is not yet won, Oswald.
Flee, Ruin, while pity restrains my blade! Not till I've taken all these shores have to offer.
East Anglia will have its king, and it will not be you!
That groveling worm in a cage? You must be blind to stand with such a man! Danes fighting for a Saxon king! The Sagas will scorn this day!
For all your efforts!
They should be ruled, wolf-kissed. Made thralls, not treated as equals. We are better than this! Than all of them!
Do not drag me down to the sewage you wallow in! For all your efforts, only the cold dark of Niflheim awaits you.
Valhalla is destiny. That fate will not be met today. This land is rife with weakness, and you are just another blighted. Why does a Dane fight tooth and nail for a Saxon? This Saxon of all!
He has in abundance that which you do not. He is fit to rule, fit to lead. You are not but a murderous plunderer.
This land is rife with weakness, and you are just another blighted.
Thank you.
You throw in with these wastrels? These Argir swine? For what? A scrap of land and a promise of peace?
Eivor, no! He should be tried before God, a lawful assembly. I won't have my reign begin with more blood spilt than is needed.
Another screeching scold. This man must die for the damage he has wrought. The old laws are clear.
These are Oswald's lands, to rule as king as he sees fit.
Does Eivor bow to kings?
To defy a king would shame him. East Anglia cannot heal without his honor intact.
And what of your honor, Eivor? How much are you willing to lose?
He deserves death, Oswald. That's our way.
Eivor, please! Blood for blood leaves no warmth in the hearts of men, Eivor. None at all.
I should speak with Oswald, see if he's well.
Finished! To the ships! Praise the Old Father! Oswald lives! You
Eivor.
Saxon and Dane, we fought well, side by side.
If there is to be a future for both our kind, people like you and me will have to change the most to live within it. Even if that makes us uneasy.
When you're crowned king, the laws of this land will be yours to decide.
All this is like a dream.
But you're not asleep.
Well fought, the both of you!
You came as well, old friend.
If I'd known you were still alive, I would have stayed in Norwich.
Look around you. A happy occasion.
And soon, something more grand to take place. Our wedding, my love. If you will still have me, that is.
And why would I not?
I fought poorly. I melted under the heat and anger of that brute. And I never...
Oswald, stop. You fought with all your heart and soul. That's all you need ever do.
Come then. We have much to prepare for.
A bride to wed and a kingdom to lead.
Countless men have died for them.
Hardly. My heart is afire.
I saw a bale of hay back there.
Later, Eivor.
Then I will see you at the wedding. I should return to Elmenham. Oswald's wedding will soon begin. Wedding preparations in full bloom.
Ora finni sätti markka markkaði. Ætti minni ráði, sé svo á.
The wedding is soon to start.
A beautiful and worthy celebration, my lord.
Thank you. May this feast set a spirit just like you to keep a king waiting at his own wedding.
Yet I arrived in the end.
A part of me worried you wouldn't.
You look good, Oswald. Like a man about to marry a more powerful woman.
Do I? Because I'm nervous as hell.
Of all the battles a man can fight, the war against himself is the hardest to win.
I hereby name you man and wife, and as man and wife, I name you... Oswald of Elmenham, first of his name, the rightful king of East Anglia, with his lady Valdis, soul, fist, and beauty of this land.
You've done it, steward. A king now sits on the throne of East Anglia.
Don't leave yourself out of this song. We did it together.
Back to your dreams, then, of fire and Helheim.
I lost my way sometime. I don't want to be here. My dreams, whether or not I find it.
A day.
Eivor! Care for a challenge?
Eivor! Wolf-kissed, gaze upon my pots. They stand so strong.
They are not, Brothier.
Even after...
Keep your eyes open long enough to witness this, you drunken loud.
Yes, that's it! As with everything, an easy task for the wolf-kissed.
Barely a challenge.
Impressive, impressive. Here as... Skål, Eivor! Let's have a drink.
Your fist is without ale. Let us address that.
Surely a special...
A metal not unlike your...
To Odin
and the nuke. Not bad.
A fool's...
A challenge.
I will drink you under the table.
Confident, are you? Let us see how you fare against the... And we'll make it...
Silver, such tiny ambition. Do it for the skulls that will sing song.
Is that what you say?
Yes, celebrate. Skål! Drink more.
This ale is strong, Brodir.
But
Look there, Finnur on the roof.
The road to Valhalla does not run that way, Finnur.
He's been up there a while.
These are the moves of Elmenhar.
So I told the Dane, you get the wool while the Saxon gets his milk. They'll trade with each other. When the time comes, we'll make it into a good stew for everyone.
You like sheep.
Eivor! Eivor! Some
make that
sweet
stew, you can have my
wine for a
wine.
sweet
You think
swine?
in such a strange way.
Come join me! The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say...
Look! The moon! It moves untroubled now. But one day it will be eaten by a
Are you all right?
I've tasted...
I'm glad to hear it.
I always felt like Skål or Hati.
You can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Oh, don't you remember? Fire starter.
Come on. Let's get you to solid ground.
Everything's spinny. You're very strong.
You're very large.
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last glory.
It need not be the last.
Not...
The boar represents fertility.
As does Freya.
You impress, yet I wonder.
Even a fool has something to teach.
Hey, hey.
Sheath your plow sword, Brodir. I'm not interested.
You thought... No. No. I wasn't serious. Come on now. Drink and be merry.
Well ahead of you, friend.
Wait, did you hear? Did my brother just call me? I think he...
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It's been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I'm ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come. Join me. Friends, honored guests, we've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord. I see East Anglia's
Still a bit soft on insults.
and to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Oswald, you would not have been my first choice as king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as their first. I came to see that Oswald's heart is all qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia deserves, and the king
To Oswald!
Skull!
Skull!
Skull! Okay, everyone!
Quick, brother! We can't lose to Oswald!
You lost!
It was a beautiful wedding, Oswald. Like you said it would be.
Thanks to you, and everything you've done here.
It won't be easy putting the pieces of each. Saxon and Dane have...
Thank you, Eivor. I don't know what to say.
When we met, I spoke of an alliance.
I will. Consider East Anglia a friend of the Raven clan.
There will be a day when I come.
Goodbye, friend.
Until next time, great king. I should find Finir. Say goodbye before I leave.
Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbler, but now...
Glory cares not for age, Finir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together?
Together.
I'll gather my thing.
Hefek séð urðartrefið flotuhæð.
Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Now it seems the wind calls me back to Randvi. Let's tell her the good news. Survey the area, Sunan. Need to cloak myself here. It's good to plunder here, but I'll need...
Eivor, give me a hand.
Fight! Alarm! Alarm! Let's bleed you! We watching?
It's Vikings here!
Give me a hand over here!
What's going on?
By all the saints! Jesus, God, my blows! Here of far, you die! Watch my lead! Together, lads, we have this!
Can't do this alone. Hey, come here a moment.
Look! Must be treasure.
Gotta feed the worms! You will pay!
Not even close to fast enough.
All right, we have what we came for. Let's go.
Ah, my friend. You have my thanks.
Ah, thank you, my friend.
Aid me. Be my eyes.
Good day.
You seem sad, Gunnar.
I am. Oh no, I'm taking it.
May I see your stores?
Is that what you want? I'm sad to send this one away, but it will make me proud. You like the looks of that one? This will serve you well. You have a keen eye for quality. That one's pretty good. I can get you that one easy. This will serve you well, Eivor. Ready for battle.
I must be on my way now. Good.
Until next we meet.
Good to
What do you have today?
thank you. You go.
I have to go.
Then go in peace.
What do you see?
Good day.
This is fine work, really. Thank you for seeing this done. I've charted new maps.
I would like to see what you have in stock.
You might find something interesting there. Let me update your map with this. I almost fell to my death mapping this one. I'm here if you need anything more.
I must be on my way.
Keep exploring. This is fine work, really. Thank you for seeing this done.
My eyes, Sunan. What have you got for me today?
This was a fun one to chart. Your map has been revised. Done for now?
I will...
Farewell, Eivor.
Push me any further, Holger, and I will make you eat that wretched hat of yours.
Do you not know fine millinery when you see it, Rowan? I could trade that hat for 2 of your horses.
Silence, both of you!
Randvi, I demand that this matter be settled here
Rowan,
and now.
Holger, why all this shouting?
There's a time and a place for such disputes.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Rot is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew, but when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping painting roll. You see?
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom, to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafur's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty.
Quiet, both of you. Now... Rowan, however daft his approach, Holger meant you no harm and lost you no coin. The horse's hair will grow back.
But...
And you, Holger, your habit of borrowing without asking ends today. Apologize to Rowan and greet as friends.
This had best be a very good apology.
It will be. To you, O man of horses, I do offer my... You are respectively a king?
Rowan.
As much as it...
Good. Return to your homes and...
I will return your tools, and offer you one of my paintings as a sign of goodwill.
Unless your paintings can regrow horsetails, I have no use for them.